News. The Point on Dublin's Docklands has been one of the biggest venues in the country ever since it opened back in 1988. It closed in 2007 for a major refurbishment, and the owners, Harry Crosby, and his partners, the music promoters Live Nation, spent €80 million on a new conversion which opens tonight under the new name of the O2 Arena. The venue has a new amphitheatre shape and can accommodate an audience of up to 14,000. Bono and The Edge, who were the first musicians to perform at the old Point Depot, took a tour of the new arena along with Harry Crosby.
So Harry, where's the stage?
The stage flies down from the top and we can have any configuration people like you want.
Right.
And then the first curve of the seating folds up and then it can move on compressed air. We can fly them out of the building completely. Wow. So we go from a seated configuration of just under 10,000 up to 14 or 15,000 standing. So the front of the seats is sort of about here. Right. And you're playing too on stage whatever height that you guys call up.
Okay.
That's what's planned.
Okay, hold on.
And it will be incredibly intimate.
That's fine, that'll work. That'll work. Good distance. I can't remember how the Point Depot as an idea came up, but somebody came to us and said, there's this great building. It's a fantastic old building.
And there's this mad bastard.
He's a mad guy who owns it. He's going to turn it into a venue, and we should come down and look at it. So we went down, and it was still in its original condition as a railway depot, but it was absolutely amazing looking. And we just said, wow, this is exactly the kind of place we want for something that's really about Dublin City and about where we came from.
But the filming, we did Desire, was it?
We did, and Van Diemen's Land.
But the strange thing is I recall you were writing about it as emigration, and it was the docks. We were on Dublin docks, and you think of all the people who had to leave here. And we were the first generation who didn't have to, and in fact, as a rock and roll band, refused to. Dublin was starting to prosper and just work its way out of the doldrums. But that song has a lot of resonance for this area, I think.
In Dublin's Point Depot last night, the band that was dubbed the greatest live rock band in the world in the 1980s made live music history in the first minute of the 1990s.
I remember it so vividly, because it was the end of a very difficult tour for us. It was a kind of the end of something. We all sensed it. And we came to do the final few shows here with B.B. King, and we were very proud of having B.B. with us on the tour, and it was kind of a great moment, but a mixture of all kinds of emotions, because it was kind of bringing this incredible circus back to our hometown and playing. But I think we all realised that we'd kind of run out of gas.
Yeah, it seems bands, you need to sort of break up and start again every album. We didn't know that then, so we thought maybe we were at the end of the line. We had exhausted our whatever talent we had, and it was a joyous occasion, you know, to be with all your family and friends in Dublin. It's a sociological event, not a gig. You know, it's a tribal thing. And then to realise this might be it. This might be as far as the U2 story goes, unless we can sort of dig deep and draw into a different well. And we did in the end. But it's a pivotal place for us.
Dublin had great small venues, had great theatres and great clubs, but it never really had any venues at that next level up. And the Point was, without doubt, the best of its kind in the country. But I suppose, you know, Harry's a bit of a perfectionist, and he realised that he could do better. And he's he's gone around again, and I think he's come up with an amazing design.
Well, the first thing is that we knew that the recorded music business was suffering and was in decline. And we also knew that there was a huge resurgence of live music. And we also knew that what was good enough for the 80s and grungy wasn't good enough for now, that people were becoming ever more sophisticated. And the idea was that we would make going to a concert a far, far better experience than it was. And the big thing was to turn the building sideways, to make it into a Roman amphitheatre, and to make it so that every seat was perfect and the sound was perfect. And I think we've, to a large extent, achieved that.
This configuration, this design is as good as you'll see anywhere in the world, and it's an amazing achievement. And we wish Harry the very best of luck with it, because, you know, I'm sure it'll see some fantastic nights to beat anything that it's seen up to now.
We better be one of them.
We better be one of them.
Or two.
At least.
Or three.
And later on in the programme, Bono and The Edge will perform Van Diemen's Land, the first music performed in both the Old Point and the new